great? If somebody running for office said something, we could have an immediate reaction as to whether it was true or not. Well, we've trained this dog, and the dog, if it's not true, he's going to bark. I'm trying to figure out how we can do that with the Republicans. You know, we need to get that dog and follow them around, and every time they say these things, like, oh, you know, the Great Recession was caused by too much regulation, arf, 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 you know?
It has long been kept a secret among political candidates, but now the figurative animal's out of the bag. Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton will likely have the nomination locked up after barking at a rally in Nevada. Any other time making that comment, I would be assailed for mocking. But when the dogs are let out by the person being discussed, I fear no retribution. Welcome back to the political animal then, Michael Brown and Rick Ungar. All right, Rick, I got. I'm sorry. Does Mrs. Clinton not understand that everything winds up on video and winds up on a loop sooner or later? And I'm surprised it's got to be out there right now. Somebody's got a 2-minute loop of her barking. It's got to be out there. She sounds desperate,
Actually,
Rick.
There's already a remix available. You can get on YouTube. Look, and by the way, first, before I answer that critical question in this campaign, I do want to thank you, Ed, for promoting my new radio show tonight. That was very kind of you.
Weeknight, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Sirius XM POTUS 124.
Thank you, sir.
You got it.
Look, I don't pick on politicians when they do things like this because I just don't think it's very serious. I actually thought it was funny, but I know that people who might not be Hillary fans are going to have a field day with it. Yeah, you know, you do things like that for the crowd. There's going to be some blowback, but I have a funny feeling it will not decide the race.
Well, but there's another thing. Rick makes a very good point. Come on now, you got to agree with him. When he gets it, you got to get it to him. Because
he agrees with me all the time, Brownie does.
I know he does. But
no.
He should have Clinton.
Bring it on.
All right, control. Hillary Clinton actually said something funny. She said something unique. She said something that people will be talking about for a long time. And look, what have we learned, if not the fact that whether it's left, right, in between, or whatever, say something that's funny, say something that people remember, it gets you votes.
I have to give her credit. I thought it was funny. I know there'll be vines made of it. There'll be remixes and loops made of it. That's just the nature of the beast. But she was funny. And for the first time in this campaign, whether that was scripted or not, I don't know. But at least she acted like a human being. Now, what I find funny is I think tonight sometime she's headed to South Carolina. She may already be there. I want to know if she'll bark in a southern drawl like she does the other times when she goes to South Carolina.
That's
what
that.
I'm
there it is, man. We are in deep kimchi right now, brother. You just dropped us as far as you can.
Right.
You're going to be in trouble because
goes down there.
You're going to be part of the problem, Brownie, because here's people out here talking about the fact that people are being sexist towards Hillary Clinton. It's sexist because you're too loud, you're too aggressive, you're too pushy. Damn it, Mike, you're going to be the guy out there. People are going to say, did you hear what he said? He talked about her barking like a dog. Shame on you, Brownie.
We're all waiting to hear a southern brawl bark.
All right.
He's not going to get that from me because she does. Every time Hillary goes to South Carolina, she starts talking like a southerner, and it's hysterical.
It is hysterical.
I got news for you, son. You live in that area, after a while, it just kind of catches on. That's all I'm going to tell you. Listen, I got about 90 seconds here, though, Rick. And on the serious side of things, people are saying that Latino firewall in Nevada that Hillary Clinton was counting on is eroding very quickly. And even her own people are saying, we got some real work to do here. You go for that?
Well, it's hard to know because Nevada is one of the few states where you just can't poll it. It's such a strange makeup, and the way the process works is so odd that nobody really knows. I had to project today, I'd say that Hillary is still ahead in the state, but not by the comfortable margin she thought she had just 2 weeks ago.
Would you agree that it's time for former President Bill Clinton to get off the campaign trail?
That's an important question. He isn't himself, is he? It might be. I hate to say that because I love Bill Clinton. I love seeing him out there, but something's not right.
Brownie, not only the fact that it's just not right, and people have said this before, that he doesn't really look good, but he's not really pushing anything forward here. For years, we've always heard that Bill Clinton was the guy that was the very respected former president, but he just seems there's a lot missing here. And she doesn't need Bill Clinton, and she doesn't need Chelsea Clinton either. Let's be very honest. They're hurting her more than helping.
She doesn't. Just like Jeb doesn't need George W. or his father or his mother. Hillary doesn't need Bill. They need to get off the stage. They need to stand their own. They need to bark on their own. Whatever they're going to do, they need to do it on their own and not with these particular surrogates. I think in this particular time of our politics are hurting these candidates more than they're helping the candidates.
Although the people on the right would say, Chelsea, Bill, get out there. Spend a little more time at the rally.
Right.
And I swear, please, sweet God, don't let us hear Bill Clinton barking anytime soon. It's just the vines will never stop. But it'll happen. Rick Unger, weeknights, 6
they
to 9.
They're so smart to bring the family out.
There you go. Weeknights, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Sirius XM POTUS 124 with co-host Michael Steele. Be there. Michael Brown, weekday afternoons, 4 to 7 p.m. Mountain Time at 6:30 KHOW in Denver, Colorado. Gentlemen, always a pleasure. Talk to you again next week. Stay with us. The fastest 60 minutes in news continues right here on The Hardline.